Alright, this is the first time I have taken the distributor cap off since it has come back from the shop. And that's where it's pointing down at top dead center. And that's the distributor. That's supposed to be brand new. And that's supposed to have like a brand new pickup in there. And that's all old junk. It's all old. Old 30-year-old truck. Here's the receipt. Work requested. Diagnose customer concern. Ignition has a dead igniter. And then it says labor standard igniter, ignition control module, replace the igniter. Quantity a half an hour. So that's what they paid their mechanic, was a half an hour. That's all he got paid, was a half an hour. Where this stuff, this is all just scam here. Yeah. That's not a new distributor. And when I had talked to them in February, I had a perfect distributor. And I didn't sign for that. They were supposed to save the old parts. I feel like they gave them, the old parts were good, because I bought new parts, and so, yeah. Alright, this next clip is one of those, you wouldn't believe it if it wasn't on YouTube type videos. So, yeah, I'm going to show you a video. So, I'm going to do a video with a video showing you guys what you guys need to know correctly to show you how messed up my truck is. So yeah, stay tuned and yeah. Hey, so I'm actually doing this next clip a little backwards than I actually said in the video. And so yeah, this will kind of explain what's going on in the video that's going to be coming up.
Let's say you have the distributor out for an extended period of time and you can't remember if somebody's rolled that crankshaft over or not, and you want to triple check to make absolutely certain that you're at top dead center above the number one on the number one piston on the compression stroke. You've reinserted your distributor. It looks good. Your timing mark down on the crankshaft is at 0. But if you want to be absolutely certain, pull off your valve cover, and we're going to look at the valves on the above the number one cylinder. If you can lift up on each of them like that and you feel a little bit of play and you can hear it, you'll know that that cam is not putting any pressure on these rocker arms and that there's nothing opening those valves. Therefore, you know that those valves are completely closed, which indicates that that engine is on the compression stroke. And in this case, because the timing mark's at 0, you'll know it's all the way at the top of the compression stroke. So what could happen, though, is if somebody had moved your distributor, if somebody had moved your crankshaft fully, one more revolution, when you weren't looking, and you had that valve cover on, there, I've set it to 0, and you go to put your distributor back in. Let me get this in here. Now, you can, my crankshaft pulley is at 0, my distributor is still pointing to the number one, where the number one spark plug wire would be, but When I grab these valves, or these rocker arms, they are tight. The cam is actually putting pressure, especially on this one. This one's just coming over the top, which would mean that the exhaust valve is just finishing closing on the exhaust stroke. So we know that this engine, even though this is pointing towards the number 1 spark plug wire, this engine is actually at top dead center on the exhaust stroke, and that is not what we want. Your timing would be, your engine, I don't even know if it would start, but if it did, it would sound awful. So at this point you would go, yikes, pull this thing out, roll this engine, 1 full revolution, put the timing mark back on the 0, right there, and then you go ahead and reinsert your distributor. Same way, stand the rotor up a little bit. Yeah, sometimes they're a little booger. Roll it down so that the rotor is pointing towards where the number 1 spark plug would be, and then verify that your rocker arms are loose. Now we know that the valves are closed, therefore it's on the compression stroke. The rotor is pointing at the number 1 spark plug wire, and your crankshaft is at 0. Therefore we know that this engine is at top dead center on the compression stroke on the number 1 piston, and that's exactly how you want to put this back together. Throw your valve cover back on, put all your other stuff back on, get your timing gun out, set your timing, and you're good to go.
Alrighty. So, remember that. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. What's up, guys? Alright, in that previous video, I had just taken off of the cover for the first time of the distributor cap. And look where it's pointing. Let me take it off this thing. See where it's pointing? It's supposed to be like this. 1, 3, 4, and 2. Pretty certain that's how it is. Let me go over here. I can't see it, but it's too dark. But yeah, pretty certain that's how it is, because I know 4 is right up here. And 1 is there, and 3 is there, so 2's obviously got to be there. So look where he's got it pointed. And that's at top dead center right there. That's at top dead center. I got it cranked over at top dead center, and yeah, lots of pressure is up against the, see, check this out. I want to show you guys a little clip on another video that's totally gonna just like wow you guys. This was supposedly a shop. Like, these should have lots of play. Sorry. These should have lots of play. And they ain't got no play whatsoever. So they took out the distributor and put it in backwards. No, they timed it backwards is what it is. Yes, they timed it backwards. Holy shiznit. That's why it ran like shit. Yes, a car will run, a vehicle will run if it's timed backwards. Run like crap. So yeah, that's what I paid $700 for. $711. And waited almost a year of my life for my truck to get back to me. Waiting on their watch. Son of a bitch. Alright. Well, pretty sure that's it, you guys. Wow, I can't believe this crap. I'm not gonna touch anything yet. I'm gonna show you guys before I finish this up. It's like almost 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's a little too early to start this loud beast up. If I was to get it going. Yeah, people sleep in on Sunday morning. I like to be up and early on Sunday morning, so I could just be left alone. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll show you guys the video in a second. Thanks.